everyone. Today I'm going to do a video about going into a cemetery and leaving safely. I'm not going to cover how to work with spirits in the cemetery. I will say that you do need to develop your mediumship because in talking with the spirits of a grave, they might require different things in order to take their graveyard dirt. So they might want they might not want pennies or candy, etc. They might want something else, liquor, water, etc. Because you're not just paying them for their dirt, you're paying them for the work that you're using the dirt for. And I know that's common sense to a lot of people. Everyone needs to be careful going into and leaving the cemetery. So at the gate, you're going to want to talk to whoever holds the cemetery gate for you. For us, that would be Baron Cemetery, or for us, it would be, we would go through Gede Limbo, who is our chief Loa for the Gede, and our other Gede are through him. And you can knock 9 times, or you can just announce yourself. Hello, my name is blah blah blah. I ask for safe passage in the graveyard. Please keep all spirits that don't belong to me behind these gates. And then you can say, I have brought you this. Usually I'll bring 9 coins or 9 pennies. Maybe a little container, have a little container of a little bit of rum, pour it there. Maybe a cigar, or whatever you are leaving there. And I see a lot of people, when they come out, they throw coins, etc. So if you're going to do that, I suggest you leave offerings both times. And at the beginning say, I have brought you this rum, etc., etc. When I return, when I leave, I will give you also this for safe passage. Now before you go to the graveyard, you're going to want to have your head wrap or head covering, a baseball cap even is fine, scarf, etc. But you also want to be very careful of this back portion of your neck right here, because it's said that spirits jump on your back, which is both literal and figurative, as well as our head is a major entry point or influence point, our mind, for spirits. You're going to want to wear maybe some protective jewelry. These bangles are from my gypsy, and they break up. They're sort of like a bell or like a chime, wind chime. They sort of break up stagnant energies. Some protective jewelry, whatever you have, a necklace that you've blessed. Maybe you've left this on your boveda for a while, and you anointed it with some protection oil, etc. Protective jewelry is always a good idea. You may want to mark yourself with cascarilla, and you can put crosses, just rub a little bit on your third eye, back of your neck, wrists, and you can rub it in a little bit if you don't want it showing. Bottom of the feet, just maybe a little bit around your abdomen area. And that is also a layer of protection against spirits. You can, if you have eggshell powder, you can put a little bit in your shoe as well, because we say that a major way that spirits come to us is the spirits of the dead. They come up from the ground, so then they don't attach to your shadow as kind of a meeting place as well between the two realms. Okay. Florida water, you can Florida water yourself. Also holy water is also really good to mark yourself. The thing I will say about Florida water is that it attracts spirits, good and bad, because it's flowery, sort of like bees are attracted to flowers. So it is refreshing, but it's not really protective like that. It is a good first line of defense, but you have to really in your mind be clear about your intentions when you are using the Florida water, that this is for purity, to guard against impure spirits, for example. In Misa, it's a good first line of defense, like I said, but we have a lot of other washes that we use, and I find that the Pompeii lotion, it's another cologne or perfume, is a lot more effective, but it's also a lot more expensive, so then I will use that one. Just keep in mind. So yeah, so you do that at the gate. You You want to listen as well to what the guardian of the gates says to you, and you can just phrase it like that as well, and get the sense of if it's good to enter or not. You don't just like throw coins and then, you know, traipse on in. It's like you're entering someone's house. Be respectful attitude, of course, pure-minded, perhaps have done a spiritual or bath or something even before coming in, because again, like attracts like. So if we're in a bad mood, etc., we're going to attract those lower spirits. So yes, go in. When you come out, of course, you're going to want to then tell the guardian at the gate, I'm leaving now. Please leave all spirits behind the gate that do not belong to me. Then you can give your additional offering if you want, but if not, you know, you just acknowledged the guardian at the gate. Some people say to leave the same way that you have come in. Other people, they will walk backwards out the gate, and some other people, they will make a left turn out the gate, and when you make the left turn, you can also then throw your coins, etc. I think just, you know, walking backwards also is fine. And then when you leave the cemetery, then you're going to want to drive a different way home, because then it also is said to confuse spirits who are following you. Also, after you get out of the gate, before you enter your car, you might want to do a quick foot wash, etc. You can take vinegar, and you always want to, say this is your foot here, you want to wash from your heel out to your toe this way. And that's just more of a removing agent, because vinegar is bitter, it's not a sweet concoction. So I hope that makes sense. If there's anything that I left out, please add to it. This is just off the top of my head what I can tell you guys that is a good idea for you to do. Also, last time I left the cemetery, we went to an animal supply store, and it was like a pet store, and they had a fountain out front, and it had a lot of turtles in it, and turtles are very cleansing, and they're used for a lot of things in our traditions too. And so I just did some, I had my Florida water, and I just did some quick hand passes into the fountain. You can also, one of Sancista Brujo Luis's children gave me a good tip too, just into running water. You can just turn the water tap on, and even if you don't have Florida water, just get a little bit of water, do your hand passes right into the sink, okay? Because that's flowing water, it's going back into the underground, etc. So those are also some really great tips for you to do. It's always a good idea if you're a spiritualist to carry around some Florida water, some cascarilla, and some holy water. Also, if you're getting heavy vibrations, etc., you can just powder some cascarilla chalk really quick, and just on your face and back around your head again, around your neck, etc. Is also a really easy way. Saw another spiritista do a video. She just had a bit of cascarilla and water, and then just used that also as a quick removing wash as well when she felt any negativity, etc. So cemeteries especially bad, especially for certain people going into those areas for some reason. But there's a lot of other areas you need to be careful of, such as jails, juvenile detention centers, group homes, anywhere where there's a lot of strife and negative emotional energy, hospitals, a lot of people cross over there, etc. So I hope that this video was interesting, and if you have any other video ideas, like and subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Sancista 7 Crossroads.